Hey friends, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm Brett and I so appreciate you being here with me today. We are going to be talking about my top 10 favorite movies of 2018 thus far. There's been a lot of great movies that have come out this year. Starting off, the movies that narrowly missed my top 10. Isle of Dogs, Black Panther, and A Quiet Place. I know these are bound to be in other people's top 10s. I absolutely love these movies. Now let's get into the top 10 list, shall we? At number 10, we have Tully, Jason Reitman and Diablo Cody's reunion. This was such a darkly funny and deeply moving film about motherhood and postpartum depression. Charlize Theron knocks it out of this park as this mom who is on her last legs and really needs help from a night nanny to help her take care of the children. Her relationship with her night nanny ends up telling this beautiful story that takes you on this adventure that you would never think is interesting until it packs a wallop of a twist that's gonna knock your socks off. It is beautiful, it's funny, it's daring, and one of the best small, intimate adult movies of the year. At number 9, we have Incredibles 2. This was definitely one of the best action movies of the summer, and I would argue, even though I have action movies coming up later in this list, there's nothing like that big boat fight sequence at the end of this thing. It is so good. Brad Bird took Incredibles 1, which was a good movie, and he made Incredibles 2 even better. It is richer, it is more adult, it has higher stakes and higher weight. So charming, so beautifully animated, and wonderful. Still sweating, guys. It's like over 100 in the valley, just saying. Coming in strong at number 8 is Hereditary. Ari Aster has made a horror movie for the ages. It takes family grief and trauma following this family coping with the death of the grandmother and takes it into disturbing and supernatural places. Toni Collette is a clear front runner for a Best Actress nomination at the Academy Awards this year. Such an excellent performance from her, and also Alex Wolff knocks it out of the park as the grieving son. So many great scenes together, really tense, very disturbing, and one of the better horror movies I've seen in a really long time. Coming in at number 7 is another horror movie that is going to blow you away. It is a French film called Revenge from young French filmmaker Coralie Fargeau. She takes the rape revenge horror film and turns it upside down on its head. We follow this girl, played brilliantly by the beautiful Matilda Lutz, as she gets raped in the middle of the desert, and she comes back stronger than ever to go after her assailants. This is one of the most gory and violent films that I've seen in a long time, but it's so daring, suspenseful, so many beautiful one takes, long stretches of just tense, tight filmmaking accompanied by this killer electronic score. Definitely the best horror movie of the year. I loved it. And at number 6, we have Avengers Infinity War. Guys, this was the Avengers movie that actually made me a fan of Avengers movies. I never really liked them before, but this one was so epic. For 2.5 hours, it kept my attention the whole time. It wonderfully balances storylines. Every superhero gets their moment to shine, and it balances character development and action with great stakes, and that final act is so riveting and truly some of the best filmmaking that I've seen this entire year. We are hitting the top 5, and this is where it's gonna get weird, because you guys know that every single time I make a top 10, I always have one really weird choice. This is me being authentic. I know I'm gonna get crap for it, but I don't care. Number 5, Netflix's The Kissing Booth. Yes, I said The Kissing Booth is in my top 5 of the year. This thing has like a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is absolutely ridiculous. It is Netflix's second most watched movie after Bright, so suck it, haters. This is a simple rom-com told so well. It is so charming. Joey King and Jacob Elordi have such wonderful chemistry, and I was rooting for them the whole time. It takes the story of Joey King's character. She's in high school and she falls in love with her best friend's older brother. She has to deal awkwardly with balancing who do I choose or prioritize, my best friend or my romance, and it's heartfelt and surprisingly dark with some of the twists that it makes in Act 3 that come out of nowhere, but that's part of the charm, and I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a guilty pleasure that you guys have to check out if you haven't. Coming in at number 4 is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You guys know I'm a dino fanboy. I love dinosaur movies. I love Jurassic World 1 so much, and Fallen Kingdom even improves upon the original. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard having to save dinosaurs from a exploding volcano volcano, like that's ridiculous. The action was so crisp and beautifully shot, as is the CGI work. J.A. Bayona, perfect director for this because he actually made this movie suspenseful and scary. His use of light and dark, shadows and contrast, weird off-kilter sound design elevates this beyond a typical blockbuster. I was riveted the entire time. I was sweating in my seats as I'm sweating right now, and it's just so freaking good. At number 3, we have 8th Grade, Bo Burnham's directorial and writer debut. It's the intimate indie movie of the year that packs an absolute wallop. Elsie Fisher is a star as this 8th grade girl navigating her last week of school. It is so beautiful, tender, moving, and just does not go in the ways that you would expect a coming of age movie to go. I can't even convey how good this movie is. It's one of those movies that really sticks with you for a long time after it's done. Number 2, we have Deadpool 2. I did not like Deadpool 1 whatsoever. I thought it was trying too hard. I thought it was so forced, and Deadpool 2 absolutely did a 180 and just completely changed my mind. This was such a great film. Ryan Reynolds is actually really hilarious in this one. Josh Brolin is the perfect addition as villain Cable, who is going after Ryan Reynolds and his gang of the X-Force. It worked on every level. It is hilarious, it is gory and violent, but the thing that was here that wasn't in the first one was the sense of heart. I was so moved by this thing in a lot of places, and I was just shocked to get that out of a big action comedy blockbuster. It's crowd pleasing, crisp, beautiful action sequences that I think should be a gold benchmark for Marvel blockbusters to uphold. I enjoyed the heck out of this thing. It was so good. Okay, can anybody guess what my number 1 is? I guess you guys already knew, but it is Love, Simon. Guys, I saw this in theaters 4 times, and every single time I saw it with new people, and everybody was floored. We're following Simon, played wonderfully by Nick Robinson, as he is struggling with coming out, and he meets this other boy who goes under the alias Blue. They meet online and they're talking, and they go to the same school, but they don't know who each other is, as Simon has to remain in the closet and figure out how to balance pursuing his love interest without outing himself. It is the most moving movie of the year. Greg Berlanti, such a beautiful job directing this. Moments that ring with pure honesty and pure joy, and things that are going to be so relatable to high school teens regardless of orientation anywhere. This is a film of empathy that's going to teach people to be allies of the LGBT community, or for LGBT individuals to be proud and free and embrace themselves. Hands down, by far, it is the best movie of the year. Alright you guys, that is my top 10 movies. Now I have to turn it over to you guys. What were your top 10 favorite movies of this year? Did we have any crossover? Please let me know and drop a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to see your guys' list. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That would be awesome. I'm gonna turn out some more reviews for you very soon. We should definitely keep in touch, so subscribe if you want to see everything that comes out. Thank you so much you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys at the movies.